First up, if you're tired of being forced to stay home, cue the song by Michael Jackson, You Are Not Alone. In fact, there's a name for it now, you guys. According to NBC News, people are experiencing more and more quarantine fatigue as the month drags on, which is why we're seeing more and more people
Mm.
breaking the stay at home orders to go outside, hang out with friends, hang out at the beach, throw a club strip party in their house. However, California Governor Gavin Newsom recently told people to fight that urge. He tweeted, while we may be feeling cooped up and ready for life to go back to normal, the only way to continue to flatten the curve is to stay at home and practice physical distancing. Adding that you have the power to literally save lives. So, ladies, have you been dealing with quarantine fatigue? Has it hit you yet? What are the feelings?
Yo,
It
that's
has,
it.
yeah.
It's like boxing me. It's like pop, pop, pop. I'm like,
How so? What is it that you're feeling? Help me
I just
understand.
I enjoy the quarantine because of the great quality time and the mindfulness and all the things that you can do that you wouldn't normally do because you wouldn't
Yes.
have that part. And I'm also thankful
But
for my health. I'm also thankful for my health and everybody being okay and that we can do a show like this. But the being indoors in the four walls, like I feel noity. Like I feel like a little aggy. I want to get out. I want to like
too.
run. I want to like I don't like being so confined. And it's
Yeah.
hitting me.
Same.
I mean,
I'm
this
so
really-
grateful for my family. You know, I'm grateful to be with my kids, my husband. Y'all know how much I love them. I talk about them all the time. But I want to get out, even with my family. Like, I want to do the things that we did together that was like fun, like just going to, you know, a restaurant or just the act of like shopping and like I said, meeting people saying, hey, what's up? How was
Yeah.
your day? You guys, I even thought of going like to the flower market. Like I just want to go to the San Francisco flower
know.
market
I
and
know.
like see all the gorgeous flowers, pick them, you know, to come, you know, and arrange them in the home. Just stuff like that. Little things that you would take for granted. Like I really want to do now.
This has made me just really a lot more conscious of the need for prison reform. Because
Mhm.
it's like, y'all know I'm deep. And so like I'm like, dang, like we're in our houses, like we're in our most comfortable spaces and we're with people that we know and we love. And, you know, we're still like, so it just makes me really start like thinking about just like, how do we expect folks who commit crimes to go to prison and be in like the situation we're in times a bajillion and then
Yeah.
come out healthy? Like
Right.
when we're having
Year
trouble
healthy.
considering
Year,
how
yeah.
we're going to be, like I have friends who are in quarantine right now. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to come out of this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to function in the world again, you know,
Yeah.
after this. So when we're doing that, when this
Definitely.
is something that we're doing as a choice, it just makes me consider
Yeah.
like, how do we, when we do come out of this, how do we create better situations to make a better society in general?
I've been in prison before or jail, and this is nothing like jail.
That's my
So
point. But yet
I
people are tripping.
always, right. But for me, I have taken this time and, you know, to actually think about and try to help other people. So the thing that I do is like, you know, and all of us have been doing things on IG. I started the Lonnie Love Quarantine Talent Show. But also actually talking to our fans. You guys, we have fans all over the world. And when I said they love us, I was talking to a lady from Ireland the other day, and she says, I watch you guys on YouTube all the time. And, you know, I like to share those stories to let everybody know that they're in isolation too. What I try to do to kill my boredom is I try to set a schedule of things that I need to do. But if I don't want to do it that day, I just don't do it. You know,
Yeah.
I try to get
Yeah.
sunshine. You have to get vitamin D.
That's
I think a lot of us, and I feel for people that are stacked up, that are like in project settings.
Yes.
Just go outside. Make sure you have your mask. Make sure you're social distancing, because it's going to affect you mentally if you're not getting fresh air and sunshine. So I think
Yeah.
there's steps
Go for
that
a
we need
walk.
to take. and that's and I think that what I like about our show is that yes, we are an hour of escape, but we're also trying to give people information to let them know they can get out of this. And we're really lucky because if this pandemic would have happened like 20 15 years ago, they didn't have the technology that we have today. You can Zoom
Exactly.
people, you can get in contact with people,
Exactly.
you can
We
see your
didn't have
loved one on
FaceTime. We didn't have
FaceTime.
any of it.
Exactly. So I don't know, maybe I'm trying to get us to think a little differently and a little more on the positive,
Of course.
because we're going to get out of this one day naturally, but it could be worse. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
Well,
And I
that's
just
what I
want
was
to feel
saying.
better.
And actually, shout out to our viewers in prison because we actually have quite
Sure.
a few.
We sure
They
do.
show us in prison. I get people who have told me like my boy is locked up
Yes.
and said he loves y'all on the real.
And I love the
I see
letters.
what y'all
Keep
doing.
sending the letters, please. I'm so
Yes,
thankful
a
for the
lot.
artwork.
So,
I'm saving every one
and
of
we
them. I'm
hope
gonna make
y'all
wallpaper.
and we hope y'all stay safe in there, and that the legislators in your cities and counties are actually doing what needs to be done to make sure that our prison population does stay protected and can live out their time and come back to society healthy without having to get COVID in jail.
Well
I
said.
have another thing I want to say at some point. Remind me to say it at some point in regard to Lonnie, you saying that we are an escape. And I'm not going to say it right now because I done did a lot of talking on this segment, but I am going
No,
to say
go
something.
ahead. Yeah, we at home, girl. Come on.
Go for it.
You act like we got somewhere to go.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
something that really, really concerns me is the fact that we are losing what I call our wisdom generation. This COVID-19 has disproportionately affected our elders. And our elders are the ones who are the closest to wisdom and our ancestors
Our
on this
North
earth.
Stars.
100%.
And they have been here the longest. And many of us, consider them to be a point of light in our education, in our insight, in our maturity, and in our growth. And so the fact that we as a world are losing an entire generation of that in a way that is unseemingly logical makes it even more important that we understand that now we have to step up in ways that we may not have thought we needed to before. And so when I see people in our comments that are like, why are you guys talking about serious things? Why are you guys talking about so much deep stuff? I don't want to do that. You need to understand that
Wake up.
we as a people, like, things are going to be different now. And it is more important than ever that we educate ourselves, that we empower ourselves, and that we enrich ourselves and each other. And so we on this show, we are doing that, and we are implementing more and more content that does that, not only because we want to diversify the show, but also, in my opinion, because in the state of the world, we need to.
Yeah.
So join
You
us.
know, and to that point, Amanda, we have always been a show that we do a mix. The issue is that a lot of times people see the clip and they see that one clip and they judge the whole show by that one clip.
I hate
And that's just
that.
not, and I always tell people, have you seen the whole show? Look at the
Right.
whole show.
Did you
Not
see the
just
whole
this one
segment about that
30-second
topic?
clip of
Wait,
Lonnie and her fried
which show, Lonnie? Which show?
chicken. The whole show.
The whole show.